Web Crawlers listeners, it's producer Maria. I want to tell you about another Erios podcast that you guys should definitely go check out, subscribe to. I think you're really going to enjoy it. It's called The Big Ones Presents Playcation, and it's co-hosted by me, producer Maria, and my good friend, co-host of The Big Ones, Amanda Lund. But basically, it's a show where Amanda and I plan rival vacations to the same destination, but we have to spin a wheel of adventure to kind of say why we're going and what our budget is, and then if there's some sort of travel surprise, like we stub our toe or get a cyst or lose our luggage. It's a lot of fun. It's a fun game. And then guess what? You get to listen, you get to go on Twitter, and you get to vote for which playcation you'd rather take. So if this sounds interesting to you, stick around, because right now I've included the first episode of Playcation where Amanda and I go to Bermuda. That's right. We've talked about it a lot on Web Crawlers, and it's a magical place, and we had a great time. If you like what you hear, then you can head on over to The Big Ones Presents Playcation, subscribe, listen to our second episode where we go to the Kimberley, Australia, and then this Tuesday you can check out, after you listen to Web Crawlers, of course, Amanda and I going to Berlin, Germany. And there's a lot more where that came from, but hopefully you like it. Hopefully you head on over there, and hopefully you continue to listen, because we really like doing it. Okay, so stick around, and here is Playcation, Bermuda.
An Erios original.
Hey, Maria.
Yeah, Amanda?
Let's go on a vacation.
I'm still a little nervous about traveling.
But what if I told you that we could take our dream vacation without ever leaving the house?
Like a playcation?
Exactly. Hi, everyone. I'm Amanda.
And I'm Maria.
And this is Playcation. Each week, we plan rival fantasy vacations to the same exotic locale, and you vote on whose trip you'd rather take.
It's so sad, it just might be fun.
Now, most of you know us as the hosts of The Big Ones, but if you're new here, we're writers, actors, podcasters, co-founders of the Erios Podcast Network, and also friends. Aren't we?
Yes, of course.
Maria, why don't you tell our listeners why we're doing Playcation?
So, one of my favorite pastimes is to just peruse I have 5 favorite websites, and one of them just so happens to be Google Maps. And I love Google Maps because you can just drop that little yellow man in the bottom right-hand corner. You drop him anywhere in the world, and you go on a street and you see a world you never even knew existed. And I love just discovering new places by zooming in. Oh, there's an island here. How interesting. Wow. And there's a 5-star resort there. How cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
And so this is a pastime that I thoroughly enjoy. It's not just looking at maps, but then like looking to see, whoa, if I were to go there, where would I stay? What would I do? Where would I eat? Who would I eat? Who would I eat? Where would I swim? How would I swim?
What would I swim?
So this got brought about because of the quarantine. No one can go anywhere. And Amanda, I'll tell you what, usually I can't go anywhere either because I either don't have the funds or, I have a life that I can't just whisk myself away from like the bucket list family can.
And now that we've got the vaccine and stuff is starting to open up again, it's just the perfect time for us to start planning our dream vacations because let's be honest, we have been so cooped up that even if we never take these trips, it's just the mental exercise is going to prepare us to enter back into the world now that we're all waxed and ready to relax.
Girl.
And we're going to be posting our custom Google Guides to everything we talk about on our Twitter at The Big Ones Pod. And that's also where you can go to vote for whose playcation you'd rather take. So make sure to follow us there. But honestly, I think sometimes planning the trip is also the most fun part. And I definitely, when I'm planning a trip, I become obsessive and I will spend hours on, like, I love it, but it frightens my family because I just will be up at all hours of the night.
Yeah.
On all the travel websites, on the travel blogs, researching every beat of this trip, but of course you also want to build in some free time so you can explore and have
that's the thing,
spontaneous.
Amanda. You have to have enough planned that you can be spontaneous. You have to know enough where you can be spontaneous.
But anyway, so the premise of this podcast is that we're going to plan our dream vacations and then we're just going to let them go.
It's like writing an intention down and then setting and then throwing it into the fire.
Okay, Maria, I think it's time to spin the globe and see where we're going to go this week.
And stop. We're going to Bermuda.
Now, in all fairness, our destinations we plan ahead of time, so they're not actually random. But we wanted to kick it off with a real good one. So we thought something tropical, Bermuda. Neither of us have ever been, and I think planning a trip there sounds really fun. But there is an element of chance to this game. So now it's time to spin the wheel of adventure. So we are going to spin the wheel in 3 categories. There's budget. And what do we have for budget, Maria?
So for budget, we've got these categories. We've got Clooney status. And Clooney status means unlimited budget. Clooney status means the trip of your dream, wherever, however, you got the goods.
And not only is your budget unlimited, but you are royalty wherever you travel. So that red carpet's going to be laid out for you.
That's the Clooney promise. Then we've got first class, and that means, you're no Clooney, because no one is, but boy, oh boy, do you live the life. And then there's economy, and economy is how me and you might travel normally. And then there's steerage, and steerage is like, steerage is your backpacking. Steerage is you're flying Norwegian Air. Steerage is your you're maybe
you're couch surfing. You're maybe staying at an Airbnb, but you don't have the whole house to yourself.
Yeah,
you're just
and
renting
we say
a room.
steerage lovingly. Okay, I'm spinning the wheel for myself. Here we go.
Come on, steerage.
Clooney status.
Oh my God. Oh, you're so lucky. Okay,
here
spin
we
it
go
for me.
Amanda. Budget.
Come on, big Clooney, big Clooney, big Clooney.
Economy.
No. You know what? That's fine. I can make do.
Now, this is all great. This is all fun. But we've got to figure out why we're going on this trip.
And that's why we're going to spin the wheel again, but this time it's for the theme of the trip.
So the themes we have are romantic getaway, meaning your honeymoon, you and your honey, you're just going for a romance trip. Rekindle the romance or kindle it for the first time. Girls trip. Hey gals, let's go. Maybe it's someone's bachelorette party. Then there's eat, pray, loving. And that means a solo trip to find yourself.
Maybe there's some spiritual elements.
And then last but not least, there's just traveling, meaning you're just planning a trip like me or you would. All right, I'm going to spin for me, okay?
Okay.
Here we go. Round and round she goes. Oh, I got romantic getaway. I'm planning my trip for Clooney and Amal. All right, here we go. Here's you. Okay, you're just traveling. So, man, it's
okay. I'm just planning a trip for myself at this point.
Yes.
Okay, this is fine. I'm actually okay with this.
Now, last but not least, we wanted to do something where we threw a little wrench in the planning. Because, when you daydream about a trip, you got to think about, the little things that could happen to you on
And
your
as
trip.
we all know, all us travelers out there, there's always something that doesn't go as planned. So what do we have?
We've got broken toe / cyst. So something's wrong with your...
Wait, do you have both a broken toe and a cyst?
Well...
I guess you get to choose. It's a loser's choice.
You get to choose
okay.
That's right. Lost luggage. Okay.
Okay.
Just got dumped.
Oof.
You're traveling with a picky eater.
Oh, God.
There's a sexy pool boy.
Okay.
Could put a wrench in a romantic getaway. I'm just putting that out there.
Oh, wow. I didn't think of that.
Gift card, baby. Meaning, someone gave you a gift card to anywhere, so maybe a little freebie. Just lost 20 pounds.
Oh.
And that's it for this one. Okay, I'm going to spin for me. Here we go. Oh, no. What's going to happen?
Come on, sis.
This is worse. I'm traveling with a picky eater.
Oh, no. That's horrible. That is so disgusting to be that rich and also be a picky eater.
So I'm going to have to find restaurants that cater to, that'll only be able to make like macaroni and cheese.
And chicken nuggets.
Yeah.
Nothing spicy, okay?
Okay, here. This one's for you. And you just got dumped.
No! This is so sad. But I'm not necessarily traveling alone. I'm like maybe with a friend or something.
You can bring a friend,
Okay.
but you just need to know that what's happening on that trip is happening through a veil of sadness.
Or not necessarily. I mean, maybe it's me getting my groove back.
Maybe.
Okay, so now it's time to plan our trips to Bermuda. Ladies and gentlemen, the flight from LAX to Bermuda is approximately 9 hours and 43 minutes with one short stop at JFK. The weather in Bermuda is warm and balmy with a high of 86 degrees and a low of 77 degrees.
Now, let me just describe, Amanda, to you Bermuda in the words of my favorite travel website, Lonely Planet. Welcome to Bermuda. Bathed in the balmy turquoise waters of the Sargasso Sea, the string of islands that is Bermuda is ringed by treacherous reefs that make it one of the world's top diving destinations. With its pastel-colored houses and stately mansions drowning in lush greenery and fragrant frangipani and bougainvillea, their step-like white roofs poised to catch rainwater, Bermuda feels like a genteel chunk of rural England lifted into warmer climes. I mean, I don't know about you, but who's ever writing these Lonely Planet blurbs is our generation's, Mark Twain. I mean, I've never read sentences like this.
I'm shaking. One of the earliest appearances of the name in English literature is in Shakespeare's The Tempest, a play which was inspired by the wreck of the Sea Venture, though not set on the islands. According to GoToBermuda.com, Bermuda's island culture is a mashup of British colonial history, African heritage, and modern style that has developed into a completely original and inviting way of life.
So the area of the Atlantic Ocean between Miami, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico forms an infamous zone known as the Bermuda Triangle, where several military planes and ships mysteriously disappeared in the middle of the 20th century. Some thought supernatural forces were at work, but scientists now believe the disappearances were due to hurricanes, waterspouts, rogue waves, and other geophysical phenomena.
Shorts are considered casual dress. Bermuda shorts are considered to be formal attire in Bermuda and are worn with a jacket and tie.
No. That's not true. That's one of those fake facts that you bring, like when you went to Japan and you said that you're supposed to just at any point just jump up and shout bonsai.
Did I tell you that?
Yes.
No, I didn't. I think you're right.
You make up these facts.
I think you're right, though, that this is a way to trick tourists to be able to identify them.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a good brief overview, but now it's time to play
Playcation.
Okay, Maria, do you want to start this one or do you want to save yours for the grand finale since you're on the Clooney budget?
Well, I can start, and let me tell you this: it's a lot harder being Clooney status than you think.
Why?
Because I was finding myself seeing the most expensive options and going like, I don't know if I need all this. Like, I don't need a 4-bedroom.
Maria, this is your one chance to be
I know.
Clooney.
I got romantic getaway, so it's only going to be me and Craig. If this was a girls' trip, I'd go, yes, Clooney status. But I don't want like some big empty house, like with just the two of us.
You could have a private chef, a private masseuse, a chiropractor.
I would rather be around other people. Anyway, not to say that what I picked isn't expensive, but it just isn't the most expensive.
Okay, I can't wait.
Well, I'm going to tell you where I'm staying first off. You ready? I'm staying at the Rosewood Hotel in Bermuda.
I'm familiar.
You are?
Well, of course it came up. It's so charming looking.
So this actually is one of only like 2 or 3 5-star hotels on Bermuda. A lot of them are 4-star. I went on the Goop travel website. They didn't even mention this one. They were all about this Elbow Beach place. And I was like, of all the ones I've seen, I like the other 5-star resort, the Fairmont or whatever, was very corporate looking.
They're more modern, and this Rosewood one, because I looked at it too, it has a little bit more of that colonial vibe, like it's wood paneled in the hotel bar, and it's very, very charming.
And I'm getting the Royal 1-bedroom suite. And I'm going to tell you what, a week in Bermuda, I'm going to give you the price tag on this. If I'm staying in the 1-bedroom Royal King Suite, it's going to cost me $24,000.
I mean, honestly, $24,000 for a week, that's a ton. That's more than like I've ever spent on anything. But that's cheap for Clooney. I just want you to know that. Clooney's staying at places that are $24,000 a night.
Now, Amanda, again, you're getting on me because I'm Clooney status and I may be like drawing back a little bit. There are residences at this hotel, the Ocean View 2-bedroom residence. But I honestly don't want it. If I'm in Bermuda, I don't want a kitchen. Like I don't want any of this. I want a really nice suite.
But you have an ocean view at least, right?
Or
you chose
no,
maybe
no, it's only the harbor view.
It's not even an ocean view. You have to think bigger, girl.
I can't.
I'm just saying, you're in Bermuda. It's not, you have a harbor view, not an ocean view.
Now, hold on. Now, there was one other option I could have taken and I didn't. You can have this other private island, Oswego Island, and basically they like pick you up from the airport and take you on a boat to it. It's not as expensive as the hotel, but it is a private residence. The Oswego house is the ideal place to relax. Now I'll send you this and you tell me, would you stay here or the hotel? Okay, so just you tell me, because
I mean, okay, let me take a look at it. I love the idea of a private island, but that hotel is also so beautiful. So I just think you need to get the best room available there. Of course,
yes,
status.
Of course I would do that. So the Oswego house is the ideal place to relax, enjoy paradise with the comforts of blah blah blah. So it's like this modern looking house. And then I was thinking, well, if I got that, then I could get a private chef to be there. But if it's only me and Craig there, like I just want to like be exploring. I don't want to be on my own island.
I understand. No, you know what? I think you made the right choice. The Rosewood is gorgeous.
It's truly, truly gorgeous. So now I am going to be renting a boat a couple days during my stay. So this place, KS Water Sports, does these boat rentals, and it's about $400 a day. I would just love to go out there with my snorkeling gear and go to like different uncharted places. I don't want to go with a group. I don't want to go on like a snorkeling charter or whatever, because I've got the money and I don't need to be doing that.
Yes, of course.
And I was thinking, even I could rent this boat, go to one of the local markets. Gosh, what is the place called? There's this like little marketplace. Get like a picnic lunch and then like dock, swim to a remote beach and have like a lunch or something.
I mean, that sounds amazing. I'm looking at these boats, and I think the nicest one is the 23-foot premium pontoon boat. So
yeah, but I don't want the pontoon. I think I want just one of the. And now I get what you're saying, Amanda. You're going, but these are just anyone can rent these. Why don't you get a yacht? Well, I looked at the yachts.
What I'm saying.
Well, I looked at the yachts. I'm not some peasant here. I don't. It's not that I don't know what the rich like. But Bermuda yacht rentals, again, they're huge. And it just seems like it would just be like, I can imagine myself on a big yacht, like going around and then just like sitting there going like, oh yeah, this is cool. I don't need it. I would like to rent a little boat that me and Craig can have our own private time on.
Okay, I understand. What about some sort of like fancy speedboat though?
I looked, they don't have like a nice wood paneled speedboat. I hear you. I was looking. It doesn't exist. You want a vintage speedboat rental go to the Bahamas. You want a pontoon, go to Bermuda.
Okay. It is what it is. So any other activities planned?
So then I was going to get a massage at the Crystal Cave.
I saw this. This looks amazing.
So there's this crystal cave, basically this underwater cave that you can go in, and it looks gorgeous. I'm a little concerned that there'd be a lot of tourists in there, which the pictures aren't showing. But then there's this area where you can get a couples massage. I wonder what the kind of, are there people swimming around you while you do that or what?
Okay, Maria, you're Clooney. So you can rent out the whole place. You have an unlimited budget.
Okay,
you gotta put your shoes. You gotta put on Clooney's shoes.
See, this is why it's hard. I get the mindset of like a first classer. I don't get the mindset of a Clooney.
I mean, hopefully you'll get another chance at some point to plan a Clooney level vacation.
I would like to know what you would do differently than me, because you want to go rent one of those yachts for you and Matt. It would be you and some guy that was driving the boat, and then you'd just be walking around one room of the boat while the rest sat empty, and you thought to yourself, wow, it would be nice to have a party on this.
You can have a party. You're Clooney. You can invite the who's who of Bermuda to have an evening.
But it's a romantic getaway. I
know, but you can have one social night. You could have a band. You could fly in your favorite band to give you a private
honestly,
concert.
Amanda, that's when it becomes too many options. Like, I'm not,
okay.
I don't want that. I don't want the stress of that. I want someone to say, hey, here's a cool boat you, Craig, take out for the day, and anything you want, we'll get for you. But I don't.
Okay, listen, I think so far this trip sounds lovely. You have a little picnic out in the open water, then you're getting a cave massage. So I'm all for it. So what's next?
I do want to spend a day touring St. George's, the town that's like the 17th century architecture and stuff. And then I know that's like not Clooney. It's just like what I want to do, right? And I'm going to tell you what, you're not going to like where I'm eating. And I'll tell you that right now. Because I don't want the 5-star chef's table, whatever. I want some cool local seafood that tastes really good. So I'm going to the Lobster Pot, and you can't stop me.
Oh my God. Well, there's nothing wrong with the Lobster Pot. Send me the link. Let me check it out. Because I do think it's nice to like enjoy some local cuisine, but you are Clooney, so is there maybe a private room you could reserve?
No, I don't want the private room. This is, Amanda, it's people like you that make celebrities like Clooney lonely, because you assume that they just want to be up in their high tower, and what he wants to be down in the kitchen with the servants.
Well, why don't you at least have a private meet and greet with the chef?
Yeah, okay, I'll do, but that gives me anxiety.
Okay, but I'm just saying that the vacation I planned on an economy budget is more Clooney than your Clooney vacation.
Okay, so the Lobster Pot, I just sent you the link, has a lot of fried fishes. It's in this old looking, it's like a captain's quarters type of, It's Bermuda's premier seafood restaurant for the last 45 years.
Okay, yeah, this place looks really cute. It's super charming, and oh my God, the food looks good.
And also, there was this other restaurant I was looking at that I think could be like my favorite restaurant I've never been to. The Village Pantry. Known for outstanding seafood, delicious meat, and vegan dishes, a Bermuda gem not to miss. From fresh mussels to grilled rockfish tacos and delicious dessert served with a smile.
How much is that smile going to set you back?
That's free, baby. The smile's free. The mussels will set you back a pretty penny.
Okay, so this is a review I see here from TripAdvisor. Wonderful service. I went to Village Pantry for lunch and I was not sure what I wanted to eat. As I was talking to our waitress, Karistine. She asked me what I liked, but still unsure of what I wanted. She asked if I liked salads. I said yes, but I don't want to eat any lettuce. So she recommended a spinach kale salad with some chicken. That was the best salad I've ever had. Thank you, Christine. Okay, that solves that mystery. We'll see you again soon.
Now, here's the thing that I'm not getting from that. She says she doesn't like to eat lettuce, and then she said, okay, well then have this spinach kale salad.
That is really odd. Okay, let's look up the salad and see if we can find out what's happening here.
I'll tell you this, though. You know you're at a good restaurant when the best salad you've ever had is literally spinach kale with some chicken.
Yeah, that's so true. Okay, so I've got the kale salad here. It's actually a kale and baby spinach Caesar salad. It's $19.60. I'm assuming that's in U.S. currency. I'm not sure. Chopped kale, baby spinach, crispy bacon, croutons, Reggiano Parmesan.
I wouldn't be so sure. It's in Bermuda dollars. What do they use in Bermuda?
Okay, well, you look that up. I'm going to just quickly go over a few other things on this menu because there's one thing we should talk about, which is there's they say when you go to Bermuda, you have to eat a Bermuda fish sandwich because they're different from normal fish sandwiches. And there's one on the menu at the Village Pantry. The local fish sandwich Bermuda style, organic raisin bread, guacamole, homemade tartar sauce, and tomato. So the whole thing with the Bermuda style fish sandwich is that it's a deep fried fish, but it's on a really fluffy, thick cut piece of raisin bread.
Listen to this, Amanda. You're going to freak out. The Bermudian dollar, which is also the same symbol as the US dollar, it's divided by 100 cents, and it's not traded outside Bermuda and is pegged to the United States dollar at a 1-to-1 ratio.
Okay, interesting. So that is a $19 kale Caesar salad, which I think is expensive, but in
that's
LA,
my Clooney dollars. That's
true.
So what? I'll take. You know what? Give me the entire batch. And you know what? As Clooney, I'm buying everyone at the Village Pantry their entire lunches.
Oh my God. See, that's the Clooney mentality.
And they'll raise me up on their shoulders at the end of the meal. They'll carry me off. They'll dump me into the harbor.
I'll tell you what, you're never leaving Bermuda. Even if you leave, a part of you will still be there.
Of course, especially if you have that raisin bread sandwich.
I gotta be honest, that sounds really good to me.
I'd like to try it because, I am a fan of a raisin bread.
I've heard people say that about you.
Just one more fun thing I thought I'd add in. I know we're only supposed to say like 1 or 2 activities, is the helmet diving.
Yes, I looked at this.
The helmet diving is something else. So basically,
the helmet diving is crazy.
With helmet diving, they just put a big space, like a 60s space man's helmet on you. And then I think they just kind of throw you into the ocean and big fishes come by and you just smile. Because all the pictures are just like 2 people next to each other with a fish by them. But I as Clooney, what I'll tell you is I'll just buy those and I'll go wherever the hell I want with my helmet diving stuff.
There you go.
Okay.
I mean, this is frightening because it looks like they're just disembodied heads. Right?
I know. It really is scary. So anyway, to as a wrap up, my Clooney vacation, it was my first go at this, okay, Amanda? I have never gone dip my toes into Clooney water.
But Maria, you also have to remember you're traveling with a picky eater. So did that influence your choices?
Well, it did in a way, but also, I'm not going somewhere where it's foie gras, 6 courses of different flavored foie gras or whatever. We're going to the lobster pot. We're going to the Village Pantry, which has a bunch of different options. So I think I've got it under control.
I mean, that kind of, for me, that clarifies your choice of restaurants. And I actually think your restaurant choices are the standouts of your whole vacation.
And they usually are, Amanda, to be honest. I will say, in my defense of my vacation, I've picked a lot of things where my wealth is going to give me the ability to do things on my own without having to go on tours, or, it's giving me the ability to rent a boat, to have my own snorkeling gear, to have my own picnic.
Okay, so here's my economy Bermuda playcation. I'm just traveling and I was just dumped. So I planned this vacation thinking I was going to go with my sweetheart, Matt, but he dumps me. And so then I have to take my other sweetheart, Maria.
Okay. Oh, I'm coming with you.
In place of Matt. Yeah, you're coming with me.
That's very nice.
And so I went the route. I was looking at hotels. Bermuda is not cheap.
No.
I mean, Bermuda is very pricey. Like most, tourist destinations. So I went with a VRBO vacation rental instead of a hotel. So if you click on this link, you'll see a pretty charming, this is on this western edge of Sugarcane Beach, looking out across Mangrove Bay towards the west. And so this is a more remote location. So it's not sort of in the thick of things. It's definitely a place where you can go and reflect. It's essentially a tiny house, a standalone tiny house out on this little area that's right on the water. So it says stunning sunsets, turtle watching, longtails wheeling, and glowworms. And so, yeah, it's this beautiful little tiny house out on this little, right out on the water. And there's just a lofted sleeping space. So, Marie, you're going to have to sleep on the fold-out couch.
That's fine. Okay, yeah, this is cute. So this is right off, it looks like a bridge. Oh, it's got little steps down to a rocky... Oh, you can swim right there. Yeah, this is so cute.
And it comes with kayaks and snorkeling gear, I believe. So it's just like you wake up, you have your coffee, you walk right into the water, and you go see some big turtles.
And let me ask you, Amanda, how much would this baby set you back?
Okay, so this is $280 per night. Okay. And so total for a whole week is $22.35.
All right, that's,
And of course, split 2 ways, right?
Well, no, Amanda, I don't think so.
Oh, you're free. You're getting a free ride to Bermuda?
You invited me.
On your. That's not how friends trips work.
You were going to go anyway. You already paid for everything, right?
Okay, fine. Yeah, I guess. Okay, so
I'll pay if you want me to. I mean, I've got the Clooney income, but I'm just saying, if you're I want you to come keep me company.
Okay, so I'm taking a group tour. I don't have the Clooney budget, so I am going to have to go on a group tour. So this is BermudaHiddenGems.com, and they have a bunch of different excursions. The one I've chosen is one of their summer excursions. It's an all-day tour, and I believe this is a woman-run company. So, I like that. Okay, so this is the little recap of what I'm going to do on my day tour. Come along with us as we travel across the island into Bermuda's one and only jungle filled with cliff jumping, dry cave explorations, and cave swimming adventures. The most majestic scenery awaits you as you enter this lush land filled with national birds, trees, and other beautiful creatures. You get to visit a pink sand beach, fish around swim with tropical fish at a preserved coral reef. And you have the option of just hanging out on the secluded beach or swimming, wading into the shallows. It also comes with lunch. Lunch is provided by Elena's Fine Dining, and these are the menu options. So fried fish with peas and rice, chicken tenders with fries. I didn't read these. These don't sound great. Veggie patty with white rice, cheese or pepperoni pizza, and each meal comes with a Bermuda ginger beer soda. And so what I'm most excited about, and this is a 7-hour excursion, it's $200 per person. But what I'm most excited about is the opportunity to do a cliff dive. And so there's this really cool cliff dive in Bermuda that is at Admiralty House Park. So basically, it's considered one of the greatest places to cliff jump in the world. And you jump into vivid blue waters, and then you swim into a pirate cave.
You're kidding.
Mm-hmm.
And does everyone come out, or does it?
I think it depends.
Yeah.
But I think this is a good opportunity for me to sort of face a fear because I don't love heights. But I think what's going to happen here is I'm going to have an epiphany that life is too short and I can't mourn this relationship any longer.
Let go. And
I gotta let go.
What's next?
Okay, so this is where we're going to part ways because you want to go do a little shopping. Okay, so you're going to go do a little shopping. I'm going to go back to the house and relax because after my big life or death experience jumping off the cliff, I just kind of want to read, maybe journal.
God, that journal entry, how sick. Well, journal, I did it. I faced my fears.
But meanwhile, what I've forgotten is that when I was originally going to go on this trip with Matt, I had planned a chef to come to the house to cook for
Amanda,
us.
I know where this is going, and you haven't even said it yet.
So you're off shopping, and meanwhile, this iconic local chef, his name is Chef Michiko, he comes by the house. And he's known as Chef Chico, and he will come do these private events. I think it's probably like a couple $100, right? But this is like my big splurge. Otherwise, we're just eating at home. We have a kitchen. So I would link to him here, but basically, he's this amazing chef who has his own line of spices. And he's also really easy on the eyes. Do you see this guy? He's super handsome.
Yes, I see him. He's holding up a little bottle of Chico's smoky rub.
That's his rub. He's a chef. He's also a small business owner. So Chef Chico comes to the house. He makes me lobster risotto with his special spice blend.
And I'm still out shopping. And is that so that you and Chico he can maybe like teach you how to cut an onion from behind or whatever?
Yeah, that's right. And also since it's just me, but he's cooking for two, I mean, I say, Chef Chico, he says, call me Michiko. Why don't you, okay, Michiko, fine, if you insist, why don't you join me? And so we have a beautiful dinner out on the bluff, just the two of us.
And is that the beginning of something, or is that merely the end?
Well, Chef Chico in real life is married, so no, it doesn't go anywhere, but we definitely have an undeniable connection.
Oh, well, that's nice. But I'm kind of pissed off that why didn't you call me and say like, hey, I forgot I had this private chef
because
coming.
you met up with some friends. You've made some friends. You're out drinking at a bar or something. And I was so caught off guard when when Chef Chico came to the house with his little kit. I was in my robe. I was so caught off guard.
I just feel like if I had been out drinking and then I called you and then I was like, hey, I'm going to stop and get a slice of pizza. And you were like, and you want one? And you were like, oh, this private chef came and made me lobster risotto. I'd be like, whoa, that's really harsh.
Well, I saved some dessert for you in the fridge, but I couldn't get a hold of you because you lost your phone and it fell off your bike or something.
Well, that's really nice. I mean, there is a touch of sadness to your trip, and it's very evident.
It's not over yet, though.
Oh.
Because then Chef Chico goes, so what have you done in Bermuda? And I said, well, not much, honestly. I opened up about my relationship ending. And he goes, well, let me take you somewhere where the locals go.
Okay. Is that where you meet up with me again? Because I'm already there.
Yeah, probably. And so there's what I've learned about Bermuda is, Bermuda is known for two cocktails, and it's all rum based. So there's the rum swizzle and then there's the dark and stormy. And the rum swizzle is like made with fruit juices. It's very tropical. It probably gets you really drunk. And the dark and stormy, of course, is a drink I can't drink anymore because I drank too much of it one time, but it's like a dark rum and ginger beer, and it's really good with lime. Have you had that before?
I think Craig likes those. Yeah, I mean, that's, it sounds great.
Yeah, it's really good. But anyway, so there's this cool new bar that's kind of a speakeasy. It's in an unmarked building. There's no signage. It's called Yours Truly. This is a little write-up. Venture off the beaten path to Yours Truly, a speakeasy on Chancery Lane in Hamilton where there's no signage, no shingle, and no indication that the place exists. Mostly locals and those in the know go there. The drinks are amazing, made with fresh ingredients local to Bermuda.
This looks nice.
Okay, so then I go there and you're there and we have a really fun time. And then we probably wind up at some little touristy beach bar where we like dance on the sand.
It sounds like you're going to get your groove back by the end of this trip.
Yeah, I think so. And then I did have one idea that because I'm in town and I've maybe had a few cocktails that I end up just, instead of going all the way back to the west south side of the island, I do just get a basic room at the Rosewood.
Oh, get a life. Get a life, you dummy.
Do you think that's too much for an economy budget?
Yeah, I don't think you can stay at the Rosewood. Sorry.
Okay, fine. I sleep on the beach in a hammock.
All right. But then you need the money for bail when you get arrested for trespassing.
Well, anyway, that's my Playcation. But I think we both planned really lovely trips.
You know what's interesting, though, is what I read is there's no car rental on Bermuda. Everywhere you either have to be chauffeured or there's taxi services, but you can't rent a car.
You know what you can rent, though, I think, is a scooter or a bicycle.
And I, as Clooney, would be getting my own bikes, and then throwing them in the trash when I was done with my trip.
Oh, single-use bicycles? No,
Yeah.
That's the idea. That's where your head needs to be at on a Clooney budget. And this is a game. So listeners, you can go and vote for whose Playcation you would rather take, and we will announce the results on next week's episode. So go to our Twitter account at The Big Ones Pod to cast your vote.
Okay, it's time to spin the globe for next week's Playcation. Are you ready?
Go. And stop.
We're going to the
Kimberley,
which is the northernmost of the 9 regions of Western Australia.
I've never been to Australia.
Okay, time to pick what budgets we've got. Are you ready?
Oh, yeah.
Here we go. This one's for me. Round and round I go. Where I stop, nobody knows. No! I got Clooney status again.
Bad.
Okay, here's yours, Amanda.
Okay, come on, Clooney, baby.
First class. See, that's more my wheelhouse.
I'm good with that.
Because I feel like that.
I'm good with first class.
All right, now, occasion. Oh my God.
You got Eat, Pray, Loving.
I have to eat, pray, love on a Clooney budget. Are you kidding?
That's amazing.
All right, Amanda, here you go.
Come on, girls trip. Ooh, romantic getaway.
Okay, so now we've got the travel bug.
Sexy pool boy on a Clooney budget.
Clooney budget, eat, pray, lovin' with a sexy pool boy.
Oh my God, this sounds so amazing.
I can't wait. Okay, Amanda, here's yours. You're on your romantic getaway on a first class budget.
Oh.
And you lost your luggage. Well, Amanda, you know what I think that means? I think that might mean you do a little more shopping than you would normally do.
I think you might be right about that. Okay, let's get to planning. Bon voyage. Help us plan our next Playcation. Get in touch. Email us at thebigOnesPodcast@gmail.com. Or leave us a voicemail on the Erios hotline at 626-604-6262.
We're gonna take a Playcation. We won't even have to spend a dime. It's in our imagination, and we're gonna have such a good time.
Erios.
Powered by Acast.